Welcome back, friends. We're so glad you're here. So as I've mentioned before, it's a big week for all of us here. It's our first week as we expand into the Chicagoland area. And 1 month ago, we thought, okay, to celebrate all of you that are giving us a chance, members of the Jason Show team, executive producer Jeff, photographer Eric, and myself, and then my better half, and then my best friend Lisa, drove to Chicago from Minneapolis to shoot a bunch of stories. And we thought that it would be a good idea to load the car with cameras to record our conversations. Similar to one of our favorite things ever in daytime television, Oprah and Gail's road trip from the Oprah Winfrey Show. Yeah, one of my favorite things ever. Well, part of the conversation between executive producer Jeff and I, who I should tell you, I'm a smart aleck. You don't have to take me seriously. We make fun of each other all the time. We're dear friends. Jeff and I talked about growing up as what we call Puffy kids, little big kids, and the lengths that we went through to get us some snacks. Here's that conversation.
We're out of. We're gone.
What are we doing? What?
Bye, Minnesota.
Now, before we see the sign, where are we? Are we in like the Netherlands? What is it the Catholics believe in? Like you can't get to heaven, there's like a space before that? Yeah, we're in purgatory.
The space between Minnesota and Wisconsin is purgatory.
Or Hudson.
I've been banned from Hudson. Hudson, Hardee's, and Mexico. I've been kicked out.
You've been kicked out of Hudson, Wisconsin, a Hardee's, and Mexico.
So a Hardee's or all the Hardee's?
It's a great question. Jesus is alive and God is here.
Right here?
God is in the Wisconsin Dells?
I mean, it's a fun place to visit. Maybe he likes water parks. Well, they have a water park called Noah's Ark.
I've been there with Colin.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Did you go down the thing?
Some of them. I'm not the biggest water park fan.
Well, see, I don't like water parks because you have to show your flesh. My mom, when I was in Arizona, she said that, oh, you should get a swim shirt. I said, that makes it even worse when you're a chubby kid. Am I right? Because they're going to be like, oh, look at the fatty with a swim shirt. You look
oh God,
ridiculous.
My dad bought a gray one. So I looked like a baby seal.
You're like a beluga whale coming.
I can't see to drive.
What else should make
What? I just can't imagine a shirt when it's like sticking to your flesh.
It adds more embarrassment. It's worse. Oh, all the Puffy kids out there, we hear you. We see you.
Well, I used to heat up. I went to Ben Franklin.
Wait, let me pass this Greyhound. I don't want to wreck. Oh God, are you gonna tell the fruit story?
Yes.
Oh God, Lisa's never heard it. Okay,
so I saved my money and bought a can opener at Ben Franklin in my little town. So we had a baseboard heater, and I would go and take the pie filling off the pantry, and I would open it up with the the can opener and set it on the base heater, and I would eat the pie filling.
Did you hide the can?
What
did you do with the can?
I thought I'd bring them upstairs and throw them away. When you're a chubby kid, you will figure it out.
Did you have a taco for the,
He got his arm caught in a Pringles can.
I went to stick my whole arm into the Pringles can because I wanted a big mount because I would just put the whole thing.
Yes.
I wouldn't just do one. I would do 4 to 5 to 10 in one bite.
Why didn't you just pour them?
Because I don't know. So I stuck my fat little hand in there and I couldn't get it out. And it had cut me. There was a rim in there, it used to be, and it dug into my skin. And my mom had to cut it, my Aunt Shar, my mom had to cut it and then peel it off my arm. And my dad looked at me and he goes, well, if you wouldn't put your fat little arm in there, it wouldn't happen. Yeah.
Did you try letting go of the Pringle?
I held on. I never let go of that Pringle. He was like Rose and Jack on Titanic.
Jack, I'll never let go.
I swear to God, you heard me in the story say that there was a Greyhound bus. We were laughing so hard, I almost swerved right into the Greyhound. But yeah, so here's our Pringles and our pie filling from the trip. Oh, so we have more from our road trip throughout the next month or so. Everything from what happens when we start doing Oprah theme song carpool karaoke as we drove into Chicago. You'll see those in the weeks ahead. Photographer Eric, great job, my friend. We'll be right back in a moment. Pie filling?